Greetings, YouTube, and welcome to episode 302 of the 4,000 Question Challenge. And at the moment, Mandarin is with us. Who knows for how long? She might already be bored of us. Yep, she's bored with us. Would you turn in a lawbreaker or play it safe? It all depends on the lawbreaker. Am I going to turn in a shoplifter? Probably not. Am I going to turn in somebody for tagging a business? Probably not. Am I going to turn in somebody if they are a child abuser or a rapist or a murderer? Yes. Am I going to turn somebody in if I knew they were a business ripping off their employees or their investors or they're evil and they're undermining the civil liberties and human rights of their fellow Americans or human beings? Yes. Yes, I would. What news stories bother you? That's a strange way of putting that. Bother me. So I'm personally offended, or am I disturbed by them? So I'm looking would bother in the sense that you are disturbed by something. So sexual crimes, particularly against children, uh, abuse of elders and children, abuse of animals, those kind of things bother me. They disturb me. Um, Do you fear nuclear war? Now, yes. There was a period when I didn't. Back when the Clinton years, I didn't fear nuclear war. Then Bush got into office, and then my fears began to wane a little during the Obama years, and now they're back again, thanks to the shit given. Do you have a favorable or unfavorable opinion of Hillary Rodham Clinton? Um, I don't much like her. I don't much like her husband either. And it's not because she's a woman. It's because she's a career politician who's center-right corporatist and more than willing to throw black people and the poor under the bus if it keeps her and those like her in power and wealth. What are your thoughts about Osama bin Laden and the efforts to find him? He was a terrorist. He was a criminal. He should have been arrested, tried, and then sentenced for the rest of his life. He didn't deserve death. If it had just been a criminal investigation that found him and brought him to justice, I'd have a far easier time swallowing that. Unfortunately, it got us into a war. They just killed a whole lot of people, lots and lots of people, pointlessly, needlessly, and has benefited no one except other terrorist organizations. And probably the wealthy. The wealthy probably may have benefited from this as well because they're evil. What are your thoughts on the Social Security system? I think it's a great concept. I would expand it. I would make it stronger. I would make it sacrosanct from exploitation by the GOP, who have, in fact, exploited it repeatedly. The Social Security system is actually quite sound. It is that the GOP has repeatedly borrowed against it. They don't want to pay back those monies they owe, so they are constantly undermining it and trying to eliminate it so they don't have to pay back what they owe. Because the GOP is evil. And we need a secure social safety net that makes sure that every single person that's ever worked is taken care of as soon as they retire till they die in comfort and safety without risk or fear of losing their homes or going bankrupt if they have health problems. What is the first step towards resolving poverty? Robust progressive tax rates, making sure that all the people pay the proper percent of their earnings toward the public trust. So most of us would pay the same rates we pay now, probably less. And then those that make more than $1 million would pay 70%. Those that make more than $10 million a year would pay 90%. And those at the top, say those that make like more than $1 billion a year, they pay 99%. Do you vote by party or by the person running? I tend to vote Democratic just because they're less evil than the GOP. So I'm only a party loyalist because the opposition is so horrible that there's no way I would ever vote for them. And at the moment, two-party system is all we really got in America. Do you have confidence in the church or organized religion? No, I think organized religion is evil. It is a pox upon humanity and one of the foundation stones for social conservatism, which is a disease. What do you think about allowing women on combat aircraft or ships? If they want to be there, let them be there. That simple. Not my goddamn business. So, thank you for being here for episode 302 of the 4,000 Question Challenge. I hope that you will be here for episode 303.